Okay, so now we have three different signals. One is of 50 hertz, one is 100 hertz, and one is 400 hertz. Okay, so let's go back here. Now, so here you can see, so in this circuit, I am feeding, I have three sources feeding this network. One is 50 hertz, one is 100 hertz, one is 400 hertz. Okay, so three sources feeding three different frequencies, three different signals. Now say in the output side, here we are getting the output, beyond the output. In the output side, I don't want all these three frequencies. I want a specific one. Okay, for example say I want only 400 hertz, this one. I don't want this one in the output. Okay, so what can I do? I need to cut this portion out. Okay, I need to isolate this portion. So it's like I want only this side. Okay, I want only this portion, not this one, not this one. How we can do that? Okay, or say I want only this 50 hertz, not any higher frequency components. So how we can do that? That is something where the filter comes from. Okay, we have to design a filter so that I can cut out, crop out a particular frequency signal. Okay, so this is why filter is also known as frequency selection. Okay, frequency selection, and because we are actually selecting a particular frequency components. Okay, we are selecting a particular frequency components. So here you can see, so say I want only 50 hertz but not the higher frequency components. So I have to use, there are four types of filters, so I have to use what we call a low pass filter. Okay, LPF. stands for low pass filter. Okay, low pass filter, that means it will allow only the low signal which will pass. It will allow to pass only the low signal, not the high frequency, higher components. Okay, there are other three types. One is called, there are other types as well. High pass filter, it will allow only the high frequency component, it will suppress on the low frequency components. Okay, there is another one which is called a band pass filter, BPF. Band pass filter is like, let's say I want only this 100 hertz. Okay, only this component. Okay, and I want to crop out this 50 hertz, also this 400 hertz. So I want only this portion. Okay, so that is what we call band pass. I will allow only a certain portion to pass. Okay, so another one is that after band pass filter, there is another one that is called BSF, that is called band stop filter. We'll look into this individual ones one by one. So I hope you understand the concept. Okay, let's try to look at a picture I have here of filters. So you can see there are four types of filter. One is low pass filter. It is allowing this one to pass and this one to stop. It will not allow this portion, this frequency components to pass. Okay, then we have high pass filter, band pass, and band stop. Okay, here you can see this frequency and the frequency at which it is actually cropping out. It was actually cropping out the other portion. We call it the cutoff frequency, where the filter is actually cutting off. Okay, this is the cutoff frequency, and for high pass filter this is the cutoff frequency. Okay, now for band pass and band stop filters I have two cutoff frequency. One is the low side, one is the high frequency side. Okay, so now let's go there again. Try to look at another example. Okay, I want to show you another example that is called, for example, my voice. Okay, voice recording. You can actually do that and see it in MATLAB as well. If you're actually familiar with it, there is a function that is called audio recorder. You can try it. Now sometimes I'm talking to you at a loud voice. Okay, and sometimes I'm it's in a quiet voice. Okay, now human voice has a frequency range. Human voice has a frequency range of normally less than 500 hertz. Okay, less than 500 hertz, but containing all the frequency components from 0 to 500. Okay, it is not like just 50 or 100. No, it is components of 30, 40, 45, 60, all of these components. So say if I actually look at the signal, if I actually look at my voice signal in time domain, in time domain, okay, it will look like something like this. Sometimes it is very loud, and sometimes I'm not talking, and sometimes I can loud, sometimes quiet, like this. But when we actually convert it in frequency domain like this, when like the way we actually did before, if we convert in the frequency domain, it will actually contain different frequency components like this, okay, and like a straight line containing many frequency components, normally less than 500 hertz. It is the understand, it is the voice range, okay, not not 20 kilohertz, that is our hearing range, okay. 20 to 20 kilohertz, that is our hearing range. I am talking about my voice range, okay, frequency of the words that I am actually saying. So I have all the voice normally less than say 500 hertz, okay. Now okay, now say I have another sound, like for example the sound of a whistle in the background, that is actually creating a noise in my actually recorded signal, recorded voice. There is a noise from the background, and now say that that actually sound of the whistle is at the range of 200 kilohertz. So I have another one very loud at 200 kilohertz, okay. So now that is actually a noise that I don't want in my recorded signal, okay. So what we have to do, very simple, I have to just crop this portion out. I don't want this, okay. So how kind of filter do I have to use? So you can understand by now, I believe, that I need only this portion. So I need to use a low pass filter, okay. I want only this portion to pass, that is my original voice, and I want this noise to cut out. I want to cut this portion out, okay. So I have to place a filter here. I have to place a filter so that I can get only this portion. So I want to select this frequency from 0 hertz to 500 hertz, okay. So up to this. So this is what we called my cutoff frequency, okay. This is what we call my cutoff frequency, and this is actually very important, okay. The concept of cutoff frequency we'll see in the next videos, and they will be very important. So we have our filter. I believe the concept of filter is actually clear. Now the question that we want to answer is that another question, okay, our question one, that is actually how we can actually build this kind of filter, okay. Our question, how can we do that? So in the next video I will explain this to you, okay.